Hey, everybody. I did not record class today, but I thought maybe everyone would appreciate just going through what you need to do for this week and for the Precis for Greta Thunberg. So as you can see, I am already in the assignment. If you go to modules, week 3, this is what you're going to see. So if you click the close reading, DIDDLES is the acronym that we use for trying to look at tone. So like I said earlier, when what we're working on this week is kind of focused more on tone and purpose within soaps. It's almost as if we're taking a magnifying glass and kind of zooming in on those particularly. So when you get to this document, you're going to want to read through this first page very well, as well as you can, getting all the information that you can, perhaps writing down important ideas, especially definitions like diction, imagery, details, language, and syntax. Then you're going to go to page 2 and you're going to try this exercise. So once you learn a little bit about tone and mood, it's asking you to take a guess as to where tone and mood would go in this triangle. So the speaker's up here, the audience is here, and the purpose is here. So how do tone and mood relate to these 3 soapstone items? So go ahead and try that. And then finally, you're going to skip ahead. We are going to come back to these things, but you're going to skip ahead just for this week to language. Okay, I want you to read this whole page, and in your writing journal, go ahead and answer these questions. Now, if you ask me if that's an assignment, if that's due, no. But these are questions we will discuss in the Socratic seminar on Thursday at 8:20, which is an assessment. And so my expectation will be that you have an understanding of these 3 things that I'm asking you to look at. Okay, so answering these questions about these things might help you prepare for that. Now, there are some questions about imagery in here and the other things. I would like you to just kind of focus on a big picture of a language. Okay, so if you can't, clearly write down all the questions and all the answers, that's totally fine. Just make sure you have an understanding of language, mood, and tone, and how it relates to the speaker, the audience, and the purpose. Okay? So after you do that, please do that first. You're going to go ahead and watch the Greta Thunberg speech. You can hear Sully in the background, I'm sure. And read it here. So some people do better just listening. Some do better reading while they're listening. My expectation is that you would have to watch this and read it a few times before you're ready to do your Precis. You will be needing evidence, so you'll definitely need to open up the written article so that you can copy and paste that evidence into your Precis. And finally, you got this step-by-step instruction for your rhetorical Precis. We did go over this in class. So you'll notice that a Precis is only 4 sentences. And that's exciting because I'm not asking you to write like a whole research paper. But these sentences are jam-packed with a highly structured analysis. So my recommendation to you is to very carefully go through each of these elements as you perform it. So if I might watch, an approach I could take is I might watch the speech, read the speech, then go to sentence 1, do sentence 1 on my own. Go back to the speech, watch it again, read it, go to sentence 2, and do it that way. So going back and forth to carefully craft each sentence based on reviewing and watching the speech more than one time. So I just want to emphasize that. Something that I also mentioned this morning, but it's worth mentioning again, is verbs are really important in writing in general. They're really the source of whether your sentence is confusing or clear. In this type of writing, you're always going to stay in the present tense, so not the past and not the future, and you want to stay active. Verbs are so important to this assignment, in fact, that you're going to see at the bottom of this page a verb bank, okay? And I've said that this is worth its weight in gold. So this verb bank is something that you should go back to time and time again throughout the course of the year, but especially for this assignment. I'm asking you to do something highly analytical. It's going to be tough. It's going to feel uncomfortable. So lean into these tools and don't just depend on old patterns, okay? I'm asking you to do something new. So you're going to have to try some new things in order to be successful, okay? So here's a deeper dive into these sentences with examples. I welcome you to use the sentence structure from the example until you get the hang of this, replacing it with the important key details from Thunberg's speech. Okay? Finally, I have another Precis example for you. It goes through, the steps again, and then it also has the Precis written underneath. And then if you click the arrows, it actually goes into deeper explanation of each element. So I thought this was kind of an interesting tool for you to be able to use. The only other thing that I want to mention before I get off, another important thing that you need to do this week is you need to log into your CommonLit account. If you don't already have one, create one, and you need to join our class. So our class code is posted already in Canvas, and it is under the assignment joining our CommonLit class. So please take the time to do that. Tomorrow, you do have an assignment in CommonLit, and that is the CommonLit pre-assessment, okay? You need to do that during the time we would normally meet for class, around sometime in the morning, okay? You will find the link if you get confused about where you should go to do this. You can go to our weekly, having a hard time finding it, our daily schedule that is embedded in your homepage of Canvas. And if you click Wednesday, Common Lit Pre-Assessment, I have it linked, okay? So you can always just go to the link, but you must join our class first before you can take the assessment. So make sure you go through those steps. If you have any questions or concerns, all you have to do is email me and I'm happy to help. So again, everything's here. Friday is when your Precis is due. Tomorrow is when you need to complete that pre-assessment and continue working on your assignment. Thursday, we are meeting at 8:20 as a whole class for a discussion called Socratic Seminar. So you need to come prepared for that. And then Friday, we are doing a little Precis quiz, nothing to be worried about. It's just a little quiz to kind of check our understanding of the skills that we learned this week and do some reflection, okay? So if you have any questions about this week, please just let me know and I'm happy to answer any and all questions, okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great week.